We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
What's up? How's it going? Welcome to Weird Wednesday once again. What's up, Jamie?
Not too much. How about you?
Oh, surviving. Making another trip around the block, so to say.
I was just swallowing a big gulp of Red Bull right before you came on.
Oh, yep. I just finished one too. I usually don't drink them at night too late, but hey, living on the wild side, I suppose. Considering I was falling asleep on the couch earlier after eating sushi for dinner.
Homemade sushi.
Yeah. Royal says the volume's very low.
Or is it that, like, I'm talking low, maybe? It sounds good on my end.
There.
It out.
So how's everybody in the chat room doing tonight? Sushi, for sure.
Hey, Linda, John, and Janice G, and Marie, and Linus, and Janice, and Sean, Royal, and Heather. Did I say Marie?
Cool. Yeah. So, I guess this week's big news was, what was it? Imploding submarine.
And now they're examining they pulled out the wreckages and examining the voice recordings.
Yeah. Was there voice recordings?
I guess there was. But I haven't heard anything about it. People are like, oh yeah, they're waiting to hear if there was a pop or a snap. I'm like, no, they're not. They wanted to hear what's happening, like leading up to it. And they said they want to know if there could have been foul play at hand. So, they want to hear what happened. So what did you say? If there was, they probably got the equipment at Camping World.
Yeah.
That was
I
funny.
didn't know they sold black boxes at Camping World.
I didn't know that either.
I guess you can put them in a RV, A couple of cans with a string between them. I think we're in trouble. What did he say?
And that the Navy or Coast Guard knew about it at the time. But have they said what the banging was yet? That happened after, the implosion?
Ghosts of the sub. I don't know. Poltergeist. Spirits of the Titanic. I have no idea. I still, envision like Leviathan, creatures of the deep. I know it's far-fetched, but the weirdo conspiracy theory in me, I couldn't help but think, if you're a bunch of rich guys and you're supposedly linked to like, the chemicals that disappeared on the train and the thing that's the big train collision up there, and you're the CEO of this company,
ties to Epstein and Giselle,
and you just wanted to disappear. What a better way to just go down in the deep, but you're not really on the sub, and boom, it implodes, and there's nothing left to find, really. They're just gone.
And some
They're meat
people
clouds. That's terrible to say, but it's true.
That is true.
One video I saw likened it to stepping on stepping on a tube of toothpaste really fast, stomping on a tube of toothpaste.
But one of the videos I watched where they did, suck it out, whatever, it looked like there was actual crush compartments or whatever it's called, kind of like, in the car, sometimes you have like a little area.
Yeah,
it looked like there would have still been some room, maybe, like to where it wasn't completely flat.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Guess I have to look at the wreckage they pulled out, though.
Yeah, I mean, if they were down there, yeah, it was a quick exit. I don't think it was like, when you go in the haunted house at Disney, how the room starts shrinking slowly. I don't think it was anything like that. I think it was just like, yeah, so what are we going to do after we, and they're just,
or like a split second of before.
Yeah. Split second of, oh shit.
And that's all you can hope for. That's what I hope for.
Yeah.
If it's going to be like that, that's like fast. That you don't even know what hit you.
Yeah, Linus, it was James Cameron who I remember seeing an interview with, because I don't know how many times he's doven. Is that a word? Doven? Has he doven the wreck? I don't know, whatever. He's been down there a bunch of shitload of times, and not just the Titanic, but everywhere else. But yeah, they were talking to him about, how do you feel about being, part of the designer of your own submersible? And he's like, hey, if I screw up, I will be turned into a meat cloud. That's where meat cloud came from. And, he's like, the other thing he said is when you're going down, when you at that depth, he's like, people always think you're going to hear creaking and groaning. And he's like, yeah, that's nothing. He's like, it's the sound that you don't hear is the one that gets you.
Oh, your eyeballs. I wonder what happens to your eyeballs right ahead of time.
Yeah. Hey, sucks to be them. On the upside of it, they all knew that there was a chance of all hell breaking loose. I mean, you don't expect it, even though there's a chance. You don't expect it, but it's not like it's not like they died at work sitting in a cubicle or something. They were all doing something they wanted to do and enjoyed doing. So sucks that it happened that way. Unless they really weren't on the sub and they just wanted to disappear from society. I highly doubt that, but there's a chance. There's a chance. There's a slight chance that could be true.
there were also some connections between the bankers and something to do with the actual Titanic and all that too, which was interesting. I wanted to actually look each of these people up. Also, a couple people started their own things like last week, making connections and things that I haven't been able to validate yet because I haven't started yet. But there's a lot of different angles this actually could be.
Yeah.
And none of it right now is far-fetched.
Yep.
I believe any of it.
Haven't heard a whole lot more out of the, Las Vegas alien this week. Or the whistleblower. He hasn't come out unless I just missed it. I don't know. Has he?
Not the whistleblower, but I did have an article that I didn't look up yet that I was thinking about for today where somebody else said they had a video of a UFO flying around the same place where the people are found in the backyard. Wait, let me send you the article real fast.
Oh, yeah, I did see something about a UFO flying around.
Yeah, and I sent it to myself and I forgot about it.
Meet George Jetson.
Here we go.
Jane, his wife.
Says another UFO has been filmed in the skies over Las Vegas.
Huh.
So I haven't looked at it yet.
Yeah, Maria, it could be. Could be. It's a possibility. It's a slim, possibility. But, somebody on the launch ship would have had to have known. I don't know. I don't know how many people were on the launch ship, the launch boat, whatever you want to call it. And, somebody could have been in on it. Hey, we'll give you $1 million if you just say we're all locked in tight. Even though we're not. We're hiding in the back room of the ship, eating crackers and sardines. Send the sub down. It implodes. Oh, man, everybody died. Meanwhile, they all get new lives. They have no more bills to worry about. I don't know. It's far-fetched, but it's like 1,000,001 chance. So you mean there's a chance? So you mean I got a chance? Yeah, the sub did take over the news everywhere. What was going on while everybody was focused on the sub?
That something happening in court that I can't remember. It starts with the D, his last name. It was a big deal. Not Durham, but that was something that was coming out that day that was convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they said this was like the 22nd in the same spot.
Huh.
Whatever it was showed up at around 10:30 p.m. on June 22nd and remained there for about 20 minutes. A separate witness later they have still images taken from a different angle. I don't know where the video, if there's a video or not. All I had was that, oh, here it is. There's a Twitter down there. And you can actually see something flying up there, like hanging there.
Oh, yeah, here it is.
See, this would have been a good one to do tonight.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull it up on here. On the old Twitter.
They hashtagged it "Fire in the Sky."
Did you hear Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg might duke it out in the Octagonal Arena in Vegas?
Rogan says they sound serious, or Dana White said they sound serious about it.
Yeah.
God, I hope. Please give this to us. Please. Like, that would make me very happy to watch for a little bit.
I don't really like Zuckerberg, but he might take Elon on this one.
Because he's got all that training, the martial arts.
Yeah. He wakeboards. He does martial arts. Elon's
Sits at a computer.
like, yeah, I don't really work out. Yeah, really work out.
He just might. You see those memes going around, Raul? Elon's face when Zuckerberg turns into a reptilian.
Here's the video.
People, trust me, people are watching it right now.
Trust me, dude. They're gonna watch it.
And then you can capture it during your game.
If we video it, they'll watch it.
Cows near it,
Yeah, there's not the.
but there's something on the bottom of it now. See?
There was two of them. I could see two of them earlier.
Look, honey.
What is that?
Honey, just don't. Oh my God, what is that? What is that? That's two now.
It just split.
The other one's fading.
It's pretty weird.
Yeah. And so I guess the other one was the other person's picture. They got a still photo. And that was right there. So we got a lot of stuff flying around in our skies right now. Like,
Yeah.
between the Tic Tac thing and this, and what's the other thing again? I already forgot.
Yeah.
It was like a whole other shape. All in these same areas.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, really. Danny Bonaducci. You need to get what's his name? Since the one guy passed away that used to announce all those big boxing matches. And in this corner, they ought to get what's the actor's name? They will fuck you at the drive-thru, that guy.
Oh my God, yeah. I thought he had a brother though. Buffer, doesn't Buffer have a brother? You're talking about the Let's Get Ready to Rumble guy?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe he does. I don't know.
I think he has a brother because I think they both did announcing. I don't remember though.
Yeah, really. I know, Linus. It's like, and I don't, not so much Elon, but Mark Zuckerberg. Dude just looks like a robot. All pale, kind of shiny skin.
Remember, he had the Noxzema or whatever on his face on that wakeboard.
Yeah.
What's up with that? Or like 3 inches of sunscreen.
Yeah. Howard Cosell.
So it was like,
who remembers the old Howard Cosell? His last debut on television. They got him kind of canned. I guess you can't be a full-on famous sports announcer when the guy's running down the field. You can't say stuff like, "Look at that monkey run." It's like, oh no, Howard.
oh no, he didn't.
Yeah.
What year was that?
Oh God, when did he quit? It was when he quit. When did he get quitted?
Yeah. That's entertainment suicide.
Yeah.
Was it Roseanne that said that other stuff? Or Rosie? One of them, I think, said some stupid shit like that.
Yeah, it wasn't Look at That Monkey Run. It says on September 5th, 1983, Cosell was broadcasting the Monday Night Football game between the Dallas Cowboys and Washington Redskins. After wide receiver Alvin Garrett broke tackles for an impressive gain, Cosell commented, "That little monkey gets loose, doesn't he?" There's lots of heads shaking, going, "No, no, 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 Howard." Comment was considered racist, and the phones at ABC began ringing off the hook. Viewers called in to complain. Yep. Howard was like, screw him. If you're going to go out, let's go out with a bang.
Oh, he said it on purpose?
He was just, I don't know if he meant it to be racist or not. It's just what he said. But apparently everybody took it as pretty racist. Yeah, Zuckerberg. I think he is like some sort of creature.
He's his own weird AI. He's like a humanoid robot thingy. The shit we're afraid of, like that, he's already that.
Yeah. He could be an alien too.
Mm-hmm. Amongst us.
Yep. He's a strange one. I saw something today. Came up in a memory, Facebook memory, and it was something I'd posted, and it was flagged. It was like, when I posted it, like, I don't know, 2 years ago or something, it was like conspiracy, it's not false information, but it turned out to be true, whatever it was. I was like, but Facebook still has it me marked as being flagged for it.
No, Gary, I don't think I ever have seen Zuckerberg. I wonder if he's got a belly button. We need to see if he has a belly button.
Yeah, really.
But I don't know if I've ever seen him eat or drink anything. In any photo, have you?
No.
I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, Jimmy the Greek. It's just sugar water. That's what he drinks. Where's the eggs? He drinks sugar water. Turns into a giant cockroach when he takes his suit off.
Oh, when he's in court. That's right. When he kept drinking the water, remember?
Oh, yeah.
When he kept nervously drinking the water. And the judge, I think, even said something about it. It says, picture of Mark drinking water after the hearing, but he has 6 fingers and lizard eyes. On Reddit. I'm glad I'm not him.
Yeah. Drinks a little bit too much water and he starts glitching. Moisture content exceeded. Moisture content exceeded.
What does your phone say, like when it detects moisture in the airport?
Well, speaking of moisture,
The only photos they have of him having food was that hearing. They even have the court photo, like drawing of him drinking the water in court.
Nice. Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay. Speaking of moisture.
Speaking of moisture, speaking of donuts, did we say donuts? I don't know. We got this weird donut-shaped rock on Mars may not actually be from Mars. Well, then where the hell is it from? Walmart? God, I had to go to Walmart tonight. What a pain in the anus that was. NASA's Perseverance rover recently captured an image of a curious rock shaped suspiciously like a donut. Now, let's look at it. Does it really kind of, I mean, it looks like one of those homemade donuts, not like a Dunkin' donut. That's like a professional donut. This one looks like one of those ones that you drip the dough in the grease. It doesn't make it like perfectly round. Kind of, messed up shape. Oh man, I forgot where I'm at in my article now because I'm just blabbering of verbal diarrhea. Okay, from the Doors and okay, geez, man, I just threw myself off the road. Let me start over. NASA's Perseverance rover recently captured an image of a curious rock shaped suspiciously like a messed up donut. From doors and giant crabs to the faces of President Obama and Beaker from the Muppets, there have certainly been a lot of strange sightings on the surface of Mars over the years. Within its barren landscape, strewn with randomly shaped boulders, rocky outcrops, and other geological features, it's perhaps not surprising that Mars is a prime location to see examples of pareidolia. The human brain's natural tendency to see meaningful shapes and otherwise abstract patterns. Yeah, nothing to see here. Move along. That's not a door. That's a organically shaped square box. The particular example, however, is perhaps exactly as it appears. Oh, this one's real, they say. A hollow donut-shaped rock that looks like it really shouldn't be there, and that's because scientists believe it may not be from Mars at all. Instead, this peculiar rock is thought to be a part of a meteorite that landed some time ago. Not last week, but way past then. As things stand, it's impossible to tell where this meteorite might have originated, but it certainly doesn't match the various other rocky outcroppings found in the vicinity. The other smaller pieces of gray rock sitting next to it are thought to be fragments of the same meteorite. I don't know. What do y'all think? Look like a meteorite? Hit there? Made a big hole? Or is that actually part of the meteorite? Because it looks like it's not a hole. It looks like it's up from the surface. If it is, it's huge.
And it doesn't look like, when you dig down and then the dirt kind of goes around the outside of the hole where you're drilling into the earth, or like wood, how sawdust does. But it doesn't look like that to me.
Yeah.
Maybe there was a rock and a meteor hit the rock, and the meteor's in the rock.
Could be.
The rock in the Mars and the hole in the bucket.
Yeah. Is it a donut or is it like one of those inflatable hemorrhoid pads?
Like the dude that can shoot the pen.
Shoot what?
The meteor went right through the penny.
Oh, okay. You kind of broke up there. I was like,
yeah, I heard it.
Something shoot and I heard P. I was thinking ping pong balls.
You ever see that dude that could shoot? The dude that shoots the hole through the penny?
Oh, yeah.
Like a pretty big round, too. I can't remember.
Yeah. Yeah, I went and saw this dude. I can't remember his name. That's a lot of help, huh? Went and saw him. He didn't have a gun. He had a bow and arrow. And he was pretty badass with a bow and arrow. His wife was like throwing things up in the air. And he's like, twing, and he's hitting them, like fairly big things. And then he got smaller. And then he got smaller. And then she tossed an aspirin, just a regular aspirin, up in the air. Flicked it with her thumb, went up in the air. He hit it. You just see this little thing of dust. I'm like, damn, that's pretty good. He was doing like paper plates and stuff at first. And that's like, okay, if I really practiced, I could probably do that. If I really practiced, I'd probably never hit an aspirin with an arrow.
Not on purpose.
Not on purpose, exactly. Yep. Linda caught that ping pong ball action. There it is.
Speaking of ping pong balls. A.V. Loeb's expedition finds metallic spears on the ocean floor. For some time now, Harvard astronomer and theoretical physicist A.V. Loeb has been heading up the expedition to search for evidence of extraterrestrial intelligence at the bottom of the Pacific. His goal is to find the remains of IM-1, an interstellar meteorite that exploded over Papua New Guinea in 2014, and that predates the discovery of Oumuamua in 2017. The object, Loeb argues, may have been artificially constructed by an advanced alien race, and his aim is to find enough pieces of it to prove whether or not this is actually the case. Last week, the team found evidence of small metallic wires on the ocean floor, and now, did you read that one or Jason read that one?
Yeah, that was me.
That's what I thought. And now, according to Loeb's latest blog post, they have found what appear to be tiny metallic spheres as well. Using the X-ray fluorescence analyzer, the team was able to determine that these objects are comprised of mostly iron with some magnesium and titanium, but no nickel, which, according to Loeb, makes their composition anomalous when compared to human-made alloys. We are now on our way back to IM-1's crash site in an attempt to retrieve as many spheres as possible. With a large enough sample, we can obtain a gamma-ray spectrum that will characterize its radioactive elements and potentially date the sample. The fundamental question is obvious. Was this first recognized interstellar object from 2014 manufactured by a technological civilization? Upon our return, we could produce an alloy in the laboratory that has the same composition as we inferred the spheres and analyze the resulting material properties. So, who knows? Maybe in a couple of weeks we'll have an update on that one.
Interesting.
And they called them alien wires, right?
What's that?
They called them alien type wires or alien wire.
Yeah, something like that.
When you're reading.
Yeah.
A potato gun? A potato gun is like a big PVC pipe.
Yeah.
And use like a carb cleaner or something.
Potato gun, man. That's a nowadays they have like serious
we have them on the ranch
that use air pressure and stuff. But yeah, potato gun. Let's see. Here's a picture of one.
They were good times. Yeah, hairspray. There we go. I thought it was like carb cleaner or something.
Yeah. Yeah, you make it out of PVC and yeah, look at all the ads popping up. Maybe later. How about that? Maybe Yeah, you glue PVC together, and then you have that, the chamber back here. You spray carb cleaner or hairspray or whatever in it, and then hit it with a lighter, and you got a potato that's shoved down, and it's like boom, shoots it out. I used to make those when I was a kid. We would shoot tennis balls out of them, and I had the brilliant idea of let's soak the tennis ball with lighter fluid.
Oh shit, Rob.
Boom, I shoot this tennis ball. It comes out perfect, goes way up, and then it's this flaming ball, boing, bouncing on the roofs of my neighbor's house. And it didn't occur to me that it might not have been such a good idea when I saw a flaming ball bouncing.
It actually flamed, though?
Oh, yeah. It was
That's cool.
full blown flaming tennis ball.
You got lucky.
Yeah, I got lucky. I didn't burn the whole damn neighborhood down.
Oh my God, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
That would be fun at night. Like if you could like fire that over the lake or something.
Yeah. Yeah, we were putting all kinds of stuff in there, shooting marbles and lucky we didn't blow our freaking heads off. Because I did have a couple of them that, were like fail. Like the thing would just blow apart.
Mm-hmm.
You got this thing, you're holding it right, and it blows apart. For some reason, I still have both eyes and both hands. I don't know.
He says gasoline.
Yeah, we would stick all kinds of shit in there.
Mm-hmm. As long as it fit.
Yep. Yep. Gasoline, hairspray,
Whatever ignites.
alcohol, whatever. Yeah, whatever it would ignite,
Here.
we would put it in there. The rubber band gun you can buy in Cracker Barrel. Hell yeah. My cat used to hate the rubber band gun. My brother, when we were growing up, he was older than me, but he teased the dog. Had a little rubber band gun, and he would always shoot the dachshund with the rubber band dog. Rubber band dog? Rubber band man can. He would shoot the dachshund with the rubber band gun, and the damn dog was tormented so much that you could just walk in the room and go, and she would just go.
Oh damn.
Yeah. You just make the old finger gun at her, and teeth would show up, snarling, growling.
It's like PTSD.
Yep. But, as a kid, even though it was cruel, it was funny. Little demented kid. Your friends would come over, hey, watch this. Point at the dog. Oh, man. Poor dog, I scarred it for life. Scarred me for life. We had this big swinging, wooden door from the kitchen that went into the dining room. You just push it and it would swing open like a saloon door or whatever and close. And the dog used to follow me all over the damn place like my shadow. And, you can see where this is going. The dog was following me. I went through the door, swung it open. It swung back and closed, and it caught her tail in the door and broke her tail.
Rob.
I didn't do it on purpose. It just happened.
Poor dog.
Yeah. And she had a bent, crooked tail after that. Poor damn dog. Tormented with a rubber band gun. And then I broke her tail in the door. She was a good dog, though.
Yeah, she didn't want to get beat.
Her name was Snoopy.
Oh.
She was a full-size dachshund. She was my buddy. I felt terrible that I broke her tail in the door. I think I cried more than she did.
You wouldn't do that on purpose.
I
said, I know you wouldn't do that on purpose.
No. Yeah.
Florida man.
Yeah, we used to think it was a great idea too. You know what poison potatoes are? Those I don't know if they have those out there where you live, but here we got these. I don't even know what the hell they are. We call them poison potatoes because if you ate them, you'd probably get sick and die. But they look like potatoes, but yeah, we would pick them off these vines. And for some reason, we thought it would be a good idea to throw them at. You can't even believe that. We thought it was a good idea to throw them at cars up on the highway. What dumbass little kids we were. But yeah, my buddy chucks one, about this big, and they're like, it's like a little potato, it's like has some sustenance to it. Chucks it, bam, hits this car. The car hits the brakes, does a U-turn, comes back, and we're like, oh shit, we're hiding. The guy gets out of the car and he finds us hiding under the car. And he told us that he was a sheriff's deputy in his own, in his own car. He was going to take us to jail. He scared the shit out of it. He probably wasn't a sheriff's deputy. Might have been. But it did put a big dent in his car. Because, he's doing like 40, 50 miles an hour. And I guess where it hit, it bounced up and hit his front quarter panel and put a pretty deep, well, it couldn't, I don't know. He said it dented his car. May already had a dent in it. All I know is we were both about to shit our pants. We were so scared. So we didn't throw potatoes at cars after that. This is how you learn as a kid. Yeah, I thought he was going to kill us. Told us he was sheriff. I'm like, oh shit, does he have a gun? He's going to shoot us now. We're dead. He's going to shoot us. He's not going to take us to jail. He's going to put us in the car and he's going to shoot us.
That's what you really thought?
Oh, yeah. We were thinking all kinds of things.
You were that young.
Yeah, we were like probably 8, 9. Something like that. And it was last week. What am I saying?
We would drive around with a paintball gun on the back, streets. Yeah, I'd stand in the back of it.
See, when I was a kid, we didn't have things like paintball guns and stuff. We had potato guns that we would make.
Well, we made the potato guns.
Yeah.
But when I was in high school and we got the paintball guns, we'd stand in the back of the truck while they drive around shooting signs and stuff until that got boring.
Exactly.
I had a few incidents with that, but I can't go into detail because I will definitely probably set myself up for possible felonies.
Yeah. I know nothing. Exactly, Linda. We were the kids that your parents were just like, get out of the house, go play. They didn't give a shit what you did. As long as you didn't get in trouble, and as long as you showed back up by the time the street lights came on. And if you came in the house before then, it was like, what are you doing? Go outside and play. But it's hot. I don't care. And you didn't like these days, kids. God, man. I got friends, that we had to take little Charlie to the emergency room. Why? What happened? I'm thinking, oh God, he cut his arm off or something. Oh, he fell down and scraped his knee. And I'm like, took him to the emergency room for that? God, when I was a kid, it was like you fall down and scrape your knee and you could see the bone and your mom would like put methylate or mercurochrome on it and all right, go back out and play. Don't get it in the dirt. Didn't even shock them,
Rub dirt in it. Like if it's just a scratch, scrape and just rub some dirt in it and walk it off.
Yep. Have a scab, that looks like a personal pan pizza on your knee. You didn't go to the emergency room for nothing. Went to the emergency room if you actually cut your finger off or something.
Like if you actually had an emergency.
Yeah. Yeah, we took the kid to the emergency room. What for? I had the sniffles. You fucking pussy. That's what I want to say. I wonder kids are so weird nowadays.
Wussified.
Yeah.
Started with the millennials and the silent births.
Yeah. Yeah, really.
Yeah.
You're lucky if you had band-aids to put on. I remember we didn't have band-aids one time. My mom folded up a napkin and put like scotch tape on it.
That's how I just fixed my finger yesterday. I actually have a band-aid now, but when I actually first cut it, it was folded up toilet paper with scotch tape around. That's my go-to. If I think I need a butterfly, it's duct tape, because duct tape will actually hold it together until it starts to stick. I needed stitches on the bottom, my foot ripped open. Duct tape.
Yep.
Half the time I don't even clean it first.
Yeah. Yeah, I did go to the hospital when I smacked. That's why I have this big dent in my head right there.
You do?
Yeah. We have matching dents.
No way.
Oh yeah. When I get really tired, mine gets like more noticeable. But yeah, I was on my bike. Remember I mentioned my uncle that bought me my first bike at Western Auto. Had a solid rubber back tire, big wide slick. The big wide slick didn't really grip that good on wet leaves, which I found out when I was a small child. And I was hauling ass down the road, and I came in and leaned in to turn in the driveway, and the wheels went right out from under me. And the first thing to hit the concrete was my big ass forehead. Well, bam! Hematoma. I look like a freaking a cross between a raccoon and a unicorn. 2 black eyes and a big lump on my forehead. Yeah, I did go to the emergency room for that, because wasn't that I just had a big scrape on my head. It was the unicorn horn that started forming that I think freaked my mom out. She had to take me to the ER.
I went when my lip got cut open when I was little, playing on the edge of the ottoman, and I was like 3 or something. The whole lip split open. My dad threw me in there, they're freaking out. And then she had an actual plastic surgeon type person do it, because she didn't want me to have a scar when I was older. And so you can like kind of see. So I went to the emergency. I don't think I went for that. That was on, well, my dad said that was like from having sex with my mom when she was pregnant. But for real, it was me hitting my head on a log.
Yeah.
At the beach.
Yeah, I got the other time I went to the emergency room was when I was in 4th grade, I think. 4th or 5th grade. May have been 5th grade. We were outside during recess, and we were playing Cowboys and Indians. And for some reason, all the white kids were the Cowboys and all the black kids were the Indians. And I swear to God, I'm not making this up. Little kid named George Washington. We were throwing rocks and stuff at each other. Sounds safe, right? At school, while at school. And then they were just little rocks, I think it started out like hickory nuts or something. And then it progressed to small rocks. Well, I was the unfortunate soul who got hit by not a small rock, but a big chunk of concrete. It was like as big as an orange or so. And a little kid named George Washington threw it and hit me right in the head. And it cut an artery in the top of my head.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And I remember thinking, oh shit, that hurt, And I put my hand up there and I looked, and my hand like got blood on it. I'm like, oh man, I gotta go. I don't feel so good. Throwing rocks gives me a headache. So I had to go to the school nurse, and I started walking. And as I was walking, the artery that was cut in my head started squirting blood.
Whoa!
And I remember walking by, there were these 3 girls, and one of them, little me, was like madly in love with.
So your heart starts to beat.
Yeah. There was probably that, and because I was walking, and I walked by, and I'm trying to be cool, and I see this girl that, she probably doesn't have a clue that I liked her. But yeah, when I saw her, I looked over, I was trying to be cool, and blood was squirting out of my head. And they were all like, screaming in horror. And I remember my mom saying, yeah, the school nurse was like, holy shit. And I had to call my mom and say, come get your kitties, like leaking everywhere.
Oh, God.
And my mom said, yeah, I knew right where you were at. I just followed the trail of blood. And yeah, as I was leaving, I kind of remember looking down. Oh, yeah, there is a trail of blood. Look at there. I was the talk of the school when I came back to school. Everybody was talking about how long the trail of blood was.
Did the girl ever talk to you again?
Yeah, briefly, a couple of times. She was like, oh, God, I thought your brains were going to come out of your head.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Did they have to put stitches?
Yep, I got stitched up. And the one thing I remember about it was the nurse. I had a lollipop. They gave me a lollipop. Like, here, little fat kid, eat a lollipop while we're sewing your head up, right? So when they started to do the stitches, the nurse was like, let me have your lollipop. Let me hold here. Wrap it up in this. And she gave me a napkin to wrap up the lollipop in. Well, that wasn't too smart. So then when I went to unwrap it, it was like a tissue. And of course, it's all stuck to the sticky ass lollipop. So I remember just like sitting there going, well, man, this sucks. My head didn't hurt because they, stuck needles of numbants all in my head. So my head wasn't really hurting at the time. I was just bummed. I was thinking, God, this lady's stupid, giving me a napkin to wrap this lollipop up in.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
And you have to like try to lick off the napkin as fast as you can and spit that out. Yeah. Try to lick the crap off your sucker.
Yeah, it didn't work very good.
Oh. Or running underwater.
I'm like, can I get another lollipop? Yeah, it looked like a crime scene at the playground. And then when I came back to school, George Washington, he was a little kid. And he was scared. He was scared. I'm sorry. I said, George, man, it's cool. You're good. I didn't hold a grudge. So that's the way kids used to be back then. It was like, you're doing dumb shit and you got hurt. Whose fault is it? It's not anybody's fault but your own, because you're doing dumb shit. But nowadays, it's like, oh, we got to sue. Your kid hurt my kid. We're going to sue you. Back in the day, it was like, you got hurt, and it's like, you're doing some dumb shit, weren't you? Yep. Well, that's what you deserve. My mom's like, what were you doing? We're playing Cowboys and Indians. Okay, let me say it again. What were you doing? Well, you're throwing rocks at each other. What? We're throwing rocks at each other.
Being kids.
We're being kids, exactly. It's like we were throwing rocks at each other. We weren't throwing chunks of concrete at each other.
Yeah.
George did. But yeah, man, he was scared when I came back to school. Remember
Oh,
seeing
yeah.
him in the hall, and he was thinking, "Oh man, he gonna kick my ass." But no, just like growing up, grew up on a skateboard. What happens when you're a crazy kid, riding half pipes and this and that on a skateboard? You fall and you get hurt.
A lot.
Sometimes you bust your ass, sometimes you break bones, and it happens. It used to happen all the time. Nobody was ever suing somebody. Oh, you got hurt on Greg's ramp. We're going to sue his parents. Nope. It was just like, it's part of skateboarding. You get hurt. Yeah, just like oh man, reminds me, I commented on there's a lawsuit right now that was at a disc golf course. One of the guys that was playing in the tournament, he got hit by a disc. So he's suing for $50,000. I was like, you twat. I commented a bunch on him. I'm like, dude, you got hit by a disc. You're a disc golf player. It happens. It could happen to any of us at any given time. You don't sue somebody in your own sport because you got hit by a disc. Fucking disgusting.
So disgusting. Disgraceful.
Yeah. And he's suing because the guy that owns the course that just bought it is like
That's dirty.
the richest sponsored disc golf player in the whole sport. So he figures, I'm going to try to get some of that money.
That's foul.
Yeah, it is. It's funny because it's kind of background. The guy owns a store over in Clearwater, Florida. And everybody that was commenting was like, I ain't buying shit from him no more. So he'll probably be out of business. But who knows? In this day and age, he'll probably win the lawsuit. I'd make sure the next time he got hit with a disc, it was made out of metal.
Or made out of your
Or
fist.
lead.
Sock full of nickels.
There you go. Have a change party.
A soap. What was it? A soap party?
Yeah. Speaking of dumbasses. Speaking of people doing stupid stuff, this one falls right into place. An Indiana man is dead after a grenade found in his grandfather's belongings exploded. How could that happen? An Indiana man is dead after grenades discovered in his grandfather's belongings detonated. According to a post from Lake County Sheriff's Department, officers responded to a call for an explosion just before 6:30 p.m. Saturday night in the community of Lakes of the Four Seasons. The family was looking through their grandfather's belongings when they found the handheld explosive device and it went off. Oh, no. It didn't just go off when it was found, did it? It couldn't have, right? Someone reportedly pulled the pin on the device and then it detonated. Sheriff Oscar Martinez Jr. said in a statement. You find a grenade and you pull the pin on it and it explodes. Well, no shit. That's what they're designed to do, isn't it? I don't know. Call me dumb. The man's two children, a 14-year-old boy and an 18-year-old woman, were wounded by shrapnel and transported to a nearby hospital. The investigation is ongoing. Some families have unexpectedly found explosive devices in the belongings of their parents or grandparents who were in the military or veterans. Some veterans brought back explosives as souvenirs from World Wars I and II and the Korean War, the Vietnam War, and the Gulf War. If you ever find explosives such as grenades, don't pull the pin to see if they work. I'm just saying. I shouldn't have to say that, but apparently some people Should have got that memo first. What did they think? It was like one of those grenades that you like pull the pin and like, you know, it's a lighter. Nope, it exploded. Shit happens.
And this is why there's warning labels.
Exactly.
Remove all the warning labels and let natural selection do the job.
Yep.
So, close to home here, Lake Merritt in Oakland, an alien-like creature was filmed swimming in the lake. Alien-like, they say lake-like. It looks kind of like a jellyfish. I think it's a jellyfish. A mysterious creature with spiny tentacles was seen undulating through the waters of Lake Merritt, stupefying a rower who shared a video of it last week. In the 15-second long clip, other spectators compared the transparent specimen to a spider and a jellyfish. However, based on the number of its tentacles, the manner in which it was swimming, and its orangish coloring, it's most likely a hydromedusa known as Agoniamus vertens, or the clinging jellyfish. The slimy species gets its name from the way it clings to seagrass and other surfaces during the day. It's native to the North Pacific from Vietnam to the southern Sea of Okhotsk, as well as Pacific Northwest and Alaska. It was likely introduced to Southern California, where it seems quite rare. The first recorded population on the West Coast was found in a lagoon on the UC Santa Barbara campus in 1965. I can't speak to it ever having been recorded in Lake Merritt before, but we don't have records for it in our Historical Academy research collections. She noted the Academy specimens were collected from Washington and the East Coast, and she cannot locate previous observations of the species in Lake Merritt. A surprisingly wide variety of animals can be found in Lake Merritt as they make their way from the bay to the tidal lagoon, including bat rays, leopard sharks, and moon jellies, which are common throughout the Bay Area and are considered to be true jellyfish. By comparison, and despite its name, the clinging jellyfish is not exactly a jellyfish. It's a hydrozoan, more closely related to the vela. Okay. When you watch it swim, though, it's a complete trip.
It's like a spider. Theoretically, there's somebody who knows what it is.
Oh, I don't think it's pulled up.
Oh. Working, but it's not working there. Let's try it again.
It's like a spider. Theoretically, there's somebody who knows what it is.
It was on a trip.
That's pretty trippy.
I've been fishing out there a lot, caught lots of different sand sharks and rays and all sorts of stuff. Never seen anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. What island are they on? The island of Dr. Moreau. I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty weird. I've seen a lot of jellyfish, but I've never seen one of those.
And the way it just goes.
Yeah. Very, very trippy.
Very, very.
Well, speaking of finding things in your grandparents' house, there's this one. Come on, share button work. California family finds 1 million pennies while cleaning out an old home. I'm sure they found the other things in homes too when you're cleaning out places. looking through the drawers and pull out. Whoa! Put this back in. But yeah, they found 1 million pennies while cleaning, not clinging, but cleaning out Grandpa's house. When California real estate agent John Reyes went to a Los Angeles home to clean out the former home of his father-in-law, he expected to find some trash. Instead, he found some cash. More than 1 million copper pennies, to be specific. Reyes, a real estate agent in Ontario, California, found the massive amount of moolah worth at least 10 grand last year in a crawl space under a home that once belonged to his father-in-law, Fritz, who lived there with his brother for decades. Reyes, his wife, Elizabeth, and other family members have spent the last few years cleaning out the home in hopes of renovating it. But it was a daunting task for one simple reason. They kept everything. Reyes said the crawl space was so tight the family members had to get on their knees to reach some of the corners. We were trying to do a thorough job, Reyes said, and as a result, we started finding a bunch of these loose pennies before discovering boxes and bank bags filled with pennies made before the U.S. switched from copper to zinc back in the 80s. After weighing the bags and determining the approximate amount in each bag, the family figured there was at least 1 million pennies in the crawl space. But to answer the question, brought up another question. What to do with all these pennies? Reyes figured they'd take the coins to a coin star machine, but that idea was quickly nixed. We don't want to pay 8%, and there's no way we can take all these pennies all the way home to Ontario, he said. They tried to exchange the pennies at a nearby Wells Fargo bank, which didn't have enough space to take the pennies, they said. Reyes and the family then transported the pennies in 2 trucks to a bank closer to their home, only to have that bank refuse to take them as well. But after the bank employees suggested combing through the pennies in search of particularly rare coins, the family decided to put the whole copper kit and caboodle. I didn't make that up. That article really said that. They had decided to put it on offer up for $25,000, which is admittedly more than the face value of the pennies. We want to sell them, but we know there's this craze on the internet of people looking for the $1 million penny. We just want to sell them to someone who knows that they could sell them for more than penny value. And yeah, there could be a couple pennies in there worth more than $25,000. Or it could just be a bunch of pennies that aren't worth $25,000, but you have the pleasure of going through over 1 million of them. But yeah, that's a lot of pennies. And it is weird, that I do coin jewelry and stuff. And yeah, like I make these little cowboy hats and stuff out of pennies. And you got to, I think it's 84 and earlier, they're copper. And then they started using zinc in them. And you can definitely tell the difference between the two, because if you hit a zinc penny with the torch, it pretty much just turns into a pile of glop. Whereas a real copper penny just heats up. The zinc melts really quick. Is that a cat?
It's Boot.
You just answered me. Is that a cat? Yeah.
Just talking to herself in the mirror. You see a lot of things thrown at singers when they're up on stage performing: underwear, t-shirts, crazy things. Never have I heard this before. Yeah. At a Pink concert, somebody threw their mother's ashes on stage. Fans had previously thrown gifts on stage for her, but the latest item sparked a different reaction when the 43-year-old seen hesitantly picking up the bag of human remains. Oh, I didn't want to start about the mirror thing. It is so creepy. I'm totally making light of it. She's obsessed. She sits there. There's something weird. The other cat is doing something weird in the other mirror right now. She just sits there and just stares at herself. I've looked to see if it's like the lasers bouncing off, if there's a fly, but she'll hang over the whole end of the bed, just staring into the mirror. It creeps me out. She sits on me and I see her eyes just looking at it, just like focusing in on something. Like, Bootsy, stop it. Bootsy, stop it.
She's looking into the portal to a different dimension.
Yeah, and then she goes into the bathroom and does the same thing on the wall mirror, the skinny long one. She'll be in there. It's like, where's Bootsy? I can't find her. And then I hear her meow, and I see her tail back there staring into the mirror. But it's kind of creeping us out right now because it's like three of the cats are doing it all of a sudden. Oh. Pink was left stunned after a fan threw their mother's ashes on stage while she performed in London. The singer was taken aback at she's crapping right now, at the BST Hyde Park Festival during her rendition of her hit, Just Like a Pill. In a video from the gig, a 43-year-old is seen hesitantly picking up the bag of human remains thrown on the stage, and I didn't see a video. Pink proceeds to ask the fan, "Is this your mom?" She continues, "I don't know how to feel about this." The pop star then places the bag back down on the stage and continues to finish her song. Over the weekend, the singer brought her summer carnival tour to London for 2 nights as part of the British Summertime Festival. And then they're just going on to talk about her show. But yeah, someone threw their mom out. Do you really think it was the mom? Or could they have cleaned out their fireplace or barbecue?
I don't know. It's probably somebody's mom.
Mom was such a fan. She always wanted to, have her ashes. What if that was her mom's dying wish? She loved Pink, and she's like, okay, please just throw me at stage.
Throw me at Pink's feet. Wow. Pink, she picks it up and then puts it back down. I don't know how to think about this. So somebody like Ozzy back in the day.
Oh,
he would have he would have snorted a line of it. I just snorted your mom's ashes.
I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. It's your turn, right?
Yep.
She's still in the box. She's still doing it.
Oh man. Plop, plop.
Why does she do it right when we're reading now?
Exactly.
No, I'll get it, Boot.
Well, here's one that nothing scary again. I don't have any articles that make any sense this week, really. But the whole thing during the king's, what is it called, the coronation or whatever, what have you. Let's see, there it is. They had the whole thing, like somebody saw a UFO during the coronation and this and that. Well, now there's this one that somebody did. Massive penis is, I had to bring it because we were talking about pennies earlier and I was joking around. Now it's a real article. Massive penis is mowed into the lawn at King Charles coronation party venue. And it says Brits are keeping more than a stiff upper lip at a party site for King Charles's coronation. Pranksters mowed a giant penis in the hollowed lawn of Royal Crescent in Bath, where a major celebration is planned, according to outlets. The 30-foot spectacle, that's one big penis, was apparent to locals on Thursday morning, 2 days ahead of the big day. They must have quickly realized it was not a likeness of Charles Scepter on October 1st. And that's not has anything to do with the article. That was the end of the article. But I do have a picture of the giant mode. Exactly. Spotted dick. Somebody spotted a dick. Somebody spotted a big dick on the lawn. And here's a picture of it. Right about now. Oh, merry pranksters.
It's there's been a lot of crop circles being seen again recently. Maybe it's a crop circle.
The crop circle. Giant penile in the right on the lawn. Hey, we can't have that. Come on, who did this? Lawn service guy, you're fired.
It's so straight and perfect.
I know.
Like even the ball sack, they're like perfectly.
Yeah. Could be a crop circle.
Did they even put a little slit on top?
Kind of looks that way, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh yeah, there is. Yeah. I didn't notice that until you mentioned it, but yeah.
Wait, one more second.
The cock circle. That's Debbie says. That's perfect. Wow.
I applaud them.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty big feat to pull off there. Yeah. I was like, is that real? You know, and kind of like, yeah, it kind of looks it.
How many people did it?
I think there was just 2, but I don't know.
I was wondering because it's like it doesn't connect all the way. It looks like they went shh, and then went to the top and then made the connecting line at the end and the
giant. I mean, can you know? Hey, I got an idea. What's that? Let's mow a giant dick into the lawn.
And they actually did it. That's the beautiful thing.
I dare you. Oh, you double dare me, huh? Okay. You know, we're probably going to get fired for this. You think? Yeah, but it'll be worth it.
Fuck it.
Giant dick. Here we come. Oh.
Exactly, Craig, as the alien said. Fuck you, royal family. The James Webb Telescope captures the bright Orion Nebula. Astronomers have detected for the first time in space a carbon molecule thought to be a crucial ingredient for all known life. A team of scientists found this holy grail compound in the Orion Nebula, a baby star nursery about 1,350 light years away. That may seem absurdly far, but it's actually the closest large star-forming region to Earth. Using the James Webb Space Telescope, a preeminent cosmic observatory led by NASA and the European and Canadian space agencies, not only captured a vibrant new picture of the celestial region, blowing the socks off the Hubble's version, but found the new molecule lurking in a young star system known as D203-506. This system...
C3PO.
Mm-hmm. This system has a protoplanetary disk, a sort of lazy Susan of gas and dust rotating around the core. Astronomers are on a quest to find signals of carbon compounds in the greater universe because this chemistry is at the root of all life, at least as far as we understand it on Earth. Coincidentally, don't believe in coincidences. Ancient Mayan culture referred to the Orion Nebula as the cosmic fire of creation. The mysterious signal turned out to be a methylcation, a molecule that until this week was relatively unknown to the layperson. With the announcement, NASA went so far as to provide a punctuation guide for the term. For the record, it sounds like cation. Oh, cation. Not the last. Okay, organic chemists say methyl cation assists with the formation of more complex carbon-based molecules. Since the 1970s, scientists have predicted the substance was a missing link between simple molecules and more complex organic molecules. But direct evidence of its existence in space has eluded them until now. NASA likens the role of methyl to a train where a molecule can remain for a time before routing in one of many different directions to react with other molecules. The detection not only validates the incredible sensitivity of Webb, but also confirms the central importance of that molecule in interstellar chemistry.
I wonder how, not, you normally would say, I wonder how far out a telescope can see it, but I wonder how far in that telescope can see. Like, what does it look like if you aim it towards the moon? I don't know.
Like, can you dial it in?
Yeah. Or is it specifically deep space?
I know that all of these stupid satellites are causing a lot of light pollution for it, though.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, just launch it lower, but, underneath the satellite. No, screw you. Move your damn satellites. Everything has big old light lines through it.
Well, that was the end of my articles. I see Todd showed up. You missed the giant penis article, Todd. Excuse me, it wasn't giant. It said massive penis.
Well, I don't know if anybody's watched the Stars on Mars show on channel. I don't know if it's Fox or what, where they got all these douchebag celebrities in there in a Mars simulator. I've been watching it. So this caught my eye. NASA locks volunteers inside a Mars simulator in a 378-day mission for benefit of humanity. Remember, Elon has been saying he wants to go to Mars by 2024. Yeah. 4 people have been locked inside a fake Mars habitat as part of an experiment by NASA to test their resilience to the alien conditions found on the planet. The Crew Health and Performance Exploration Analog mission is set to last 378 days and will see the volunteers spend every single one of those living and working in a 158 square meter habitat. The participants, and they name all the people, were selected for the mission after NASA put out a call in 2021 for healthy, motivated applicants to take part. Yesterday, they entered their new Mars home, which has been 3D printed and is actually located at NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas, for the first time. The habitat is smaller than the average single-family home in the U.S. and features private quarters, 2 bathrooms, and a kitchen, as well as areas dedicated to work, recreation, and fitness. In a video shared by the Space Center, the participants could be seen waving goodbye before the door was closed behind them. If it all goes well, they won't come out until July 2024. According to NASA, the mission will help the space agency prepare for human exploration of Mars for the benefit of humanity. During the simulation, the crew members will carry out a series of mission activities, including simulated spacewalks, robotic operations, habitat maintenance, and crop growth, which is like what they're having them do on the Stars from Mars too. And then like every so often they have like the water tank outside explode. Then they have to simulate like melting the ice from this cave on plastic to fill up the tanks. And then they blew up their crops and whatever. To make the simulator as close to real life on Mars as possible, the volunteers will also face environmental stressors, including isolation, equipment failure, communication delays, and resource limitations. NASA will monitor the health and performance of the crew under these environments in an effort to discover how a real-life mission to Mars could impact astronauts. The simulation will allow us to collect cognitive and physical performance data to give us more insight into the potential impacts of long-duration missions to Mars on crew health and performance. Ultimately, this information will help NASA make informed decisions to design and plan for a successful human mission to Mars. While the crew aren't astronauts, they were selected using the same criteria NASA uses to choose their astronauts. Each volunteer was required to be a non-smoker between the ages of 30 to 55 and proficient in English. They also all have a master's degree in a STEM field and either at least 2 years of professional STEM experience and 1,000 hours experience piloting an aircraft. The mission is the first of 3 planned for the habitat, while NASA for the CHAPEA habitat, with NASA planning to carry out the next 2 missions in 25 and 26. And I wondered about that when I started watching that stupid show. You know, I think about Elon and stuff. I thought, okay, are they like trying to really get people like used to the idea of going to Mars now, or like, you know, what's behind all this? Because you see the stupid celebrities go in there, and
Yeah,
you just know there's more to it.
yeah, it could. I don't know. Could be cool, but it could be could be another submission. I think what Elon's already said, that it's going to be a one-way trip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's why they're already getting all the space labs and everything ready up there. They say they're doing for all these checking, like testing anti-gravity, like how this. No, they can do that here.
Yeah.
Well, that last one was the new Stonehenge
Oh yeah.
that was found. There's that like little YouTube link. I know you have your crystal video, right?
Yep.
So the video in the Netherlands, they've unearthed a 4,500-year-old sanctuary whose earthen mounds align with the sun or on solstice and equinoxes. And just like Stonehenge, the sanctuary was also used for burials and rituals. People were buried at the sanctuary over a period of 800 years. And then I'm going to have this on my page if you guys want to check it out. And then I'll just have Rob play the video. Even though it doesn't have stone boulders like Stonehenge does, it appears that the largest burial mound served as a calendar that helped people mark the sun's. And then they go on to explain that. But it's pretty interesting. I'm going to post this on my page.
You said there was a video on that one, right?
Oh, it was the link. It was the YouTube share link. Here.
That's what I thought. But it's not opening up for me.
It's not.
There we go. Bulleting. I hate the way the screen share thing works nowadays. I hit like 10 different buttons to get it to share. There we go. I'd like to.
Met grafheuvels en een weg ernaartoe was maar liefst 3 voetbalvelden groot. In de heuvels lagen...
Oh yeah, we can probably mute it, huh? 'Cause it's...
Yeah.
Oh, that's where they're talking about like how many people are buried in there. Let me find it again.
Yeah, I'd like to go. Anybody ever been there?
Where?
To Stonehenge. I'd like to go there one of these days.
It says there's 3 mounds. The largest of the 3 mounds holds the remains of men, women, and many children who died between about 2500 BC and 1200 BC. Excavators also discovered ancient burials surrounding the sanctuary, making the entire site about 9.4 acres, larger than 7 American football fields. More than 80 individuals were unearthed at the site. Some were buried and others were cremated, noting these deceased must have played an important role in the rituals. And they tracked the equinoxes and solstices for religious festivals, also to calculate what the sowing and harvesting times were. And it was a spot for festive gatherings. They also discovered pits and the remains of poles and buckets. It appears the pits held water, suggesting they were involved in cleansing rituals. The pieces they found were artifacts, pottery, bone, soil and clay, stone, flint, and wood.
Huh.
Ooh. I saw a UFO.
It's another event I would like to go to one of these days is Glastonbury.
That would be amazing.
All right, here is the Crystal of the Week video. Here we go. This week's Crystal of the Week is benitoite. On October 1st, 1985, benitoite was designated as the official state gem by the California legislature. Benitoite, a barium titanium silicate, can occur in rich blue crystals that are as striking and flawless as the finest sapphires. Gem quality benitoite is found only in a small area of San Benito, California. Benitoite has never been found in quantity or crystals much larger than 5 centimeters across. The scarcity of this beautiful gem makes it primarily a collector's item. However, a minor amount of high-quality benitoite is used to help align and adjust electron microphone beams. Benitoite was discovered in 1906 by J.M. Couch at the now well-known Benitoite Gem Mine located in San Benito County, California. The mineral was thought to be a sapphire, but jewelers determined that it was not. In 1907, George D. Louderback, a mineralogy professor at the University of California at Berkeley, identified it as a new mineral species and named it benitoite after the river, county, and nearby mountain range where it was found. Benitoite crystals occur in a wide range of colors, including heliotrope, pink, white, several shades of blue, and even colorless. A variety of colors and hues in a crystal is common. Color is often zoned and is most intense towards the edges of the flattened triangular crystals and pale white or colorless in the center. The large majority of crystals are translucent and have blue, pale, or white centers with deep blue outer rims. A small amount of iron detected by emission spectroscopy may occur in deep blue-purple crystals. The violet blue in some crystals is thought to be caused by titanium sesquioxide. Wrong turn at Albuquerque. Benitoite crystals have a quite blissful energy that stimulates the growth of joy and happiness and expands your consciousness. The energy creates a highly beneficial outcome which may stimulate your psychic ability. They have a compelling effect when used as the third eye chakra. The vibration of these rare stones may aid you to be aware of coincidences as they play out in your life. They may trigger an increase in synchronistic events and may help you see the deeper meanings of what you're experiencing. They may also assist the flow of telepathic gifts to come to life, especially between you and someone with whom you have a close relationship. This mineral is also known to have good healing action, which is very beneficial to help when you are lacking energy. It may be especially helpful when you're feeling physically worn out or exhausted. It also has beneficial energy to assist anyone who is emotionally worn down, and it helps to uplift your feelings. It's a very good stone to stimulate your telepathic gifts, even if you don't know you have them. And it may be combined with other stones that also stimulate mental telepathy. If you're not getting it to happen at the rate you would like, there's a number of other stones that you can combine with this crystal, such as Aphrodite, Herkimer diamonds, Oe blue opal, or Heliodor. They will help stimulate telepathic gifts as well. So there's a little bit about benitoite. And by the way, it is California's state mineral. So there you go. There you have it. I don't personally have any benitoite right now, but I may have some in the future. So there you go. This week's Crystal of the Week. So yeah, there's a groovy one you don't see every day. And yeah, it can only be found supposedly in that one area of California.
I might have to go down there sometime. I don't have any of that either.
Yeah, exactly, Debbie. I saw that one. I was like, ooh, shiny. Yeah. That's probably the other side, is Linda is. Yeah. Those rare ones, yeah, they usually drag the price tag along with them. It's funny. I always go in the crystal shop, and like I always say, I never go in there looking for anything specifically. Well, sometimes I do, but most of the time I just go in, look around, and something's like, oh, buy me. And usually, anytime a crystal speaks to me, is like, buy me, it's never one that's like $5. It's usually add another zero or a couple of zeros to that. My friend that owns a crystal shop, she's like, oh, you have good taste. Like, yeah.
Impeccable taste.
I always pick out the expensive ones. The last time I was in there, I was like, ooh, man, look at that one. And then I was like, holy shit, it's $1,500. What are you, crazy, Rob? Needless to say, it's still sitting on the counter in there. Well, maybe it's not. I haven't been in there in like several weeks now. And my friend Diane, she's like, what, are you mad at me? You haven't been in the store. It's because she got these hand-pan drums in there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm afraid to go in there and play one of them. She's like, you need to come in and play. I want to hear you play it. I'll give you a deal on one. Yeah, they're only like $1,000. So I've been scared to go in there.
Yeah, you've been talking about that for a minute now.
Yeah. Exactly, Debbie. It's like when I first got a piece of moldavite. I had no idea how much moldavite was. Definitely not one that you get in like the $3 tumble section. 2 for $1. Nope. Yeah. She sent me a picture the other day. She got a bunch of new decks of cards in too. I was like, ooh, shiny. Yeah, I could probably make one. I got one of my relatives, like a cousin or something. He plays steel drums, like really nice ones. He's really good too. He's always like, I'm always like, yeah, I want to learn to play those. He's always telling me, yeah, you should come over. I want to play with your band sometime. You should come over. I'll teach you how to play them. There's a guy here that actually makes them out where my one of my old shops used to be. He's in that building and makes them out of 55-gallon drums. So, yeah, what's going to happen the rest of the week? What weird news are we going to get next? It's going to be aliens. Is it going to be subs exploding, imploding, rockets exploding? What's next?
Well, Korea's pissed at us again.
Korea is? Yeah. Does anybody use a triangle in band? Yeah. That's one instrument I don't have.
Oh, I remember the metal nut rings.
Metal nuts.
We did those in metal, like played with that in metal shop.
Oh, like making rings out of them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a guy that has, he's on YouTube, took a brass nut and turned it into, it looks like, it's amazing what he turned it into. To look that one up sometime. These nuts.
Did you hear that somewhere, John? Or are you joking about that?
Yeah, really. Could be Independence Day. I'm telling you. That's what it's going to take.
Because they're definitely planning something, I think.
Yep.
We're not going to be able to believe it. When they say, you know, the Project Bluebeam, it's different than Project Bluebeam. And it's going to be like a space war, alien invasion, us shooting at them shooting at us, lasers, this and that. And then they say, you know, from these people giving heads ups about it, that you're not going to be able to believe reality. Like, you're not going to be able to believe your own eyes. It's going to look real, like a real fight, but it's not. And then I think, but what if it is, though? What if they tell you you won't be able to believe your eyes so that you think it's not real, but it really is real?
Yep.
I just don't know what to believe anymore.
Yep.
I've accepted myself going into my own, like, out-of-body place in my mind to where I've completely separated myself, detached myself from reality, just to protect myself from anything that could be coming in the future, because who the hell knows?
Yeah, anything the government tells us, I don't believe anymore. I just don't believe it. I don't believe anything. It's a pretty sad state of affairs when you know, you live in what you think is the best country in the world, or one of the best, but you don't believe anything your government.
The best.
Yeah. But you don't believe anything.
And you can't trust them because you're literally sleeping with the enemy.
Yeah. They've been lying to us for years.
I just know you do opposite. Oh, look at the lights. It's totally matching the thing right now.
Yeah.
It's like if they say this is good for you, it's not. If they say don't do this, it's not good for you. Like, I seen this thing the other day about don't drink sun tea, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, maybe we do need sun tea then. You know, just like little things like that's the way my brain has to think now. Like, why are they saying not to drink sun tea? Is it because, you know, we're going to need tea in the future for something that they're going to unleash?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, my buddy sent me a video. You know, like when the whole pandemic thing started, you know, Trump was talking about a vaccination. And it's funny how, you know, Biden and Pelosi and everybody, you know, were like, I wouldn't trust a thing Trump says. I wouldn't trust the government. Blah, 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 blah. Who's going to take the shot? That's what Biden said.
Mm-hmm.
Until he got in office. And then it was like, take the shot, take the shot, take the shot.
On TV.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's not bullshit. It's right there. You can look up and see all these things they said.
Though I still think it was a placebo they gave him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Even though he did get COVID, how many times?
Yeah. I don't know. Hypocritical fucktards. All of them.
Yeah. I just don't trust any of it. I listen. I keep my ears out there, but I'm just going with the flow.
But yeah, Trump, love him or hate him. But when he was in office, we didn't have the shitstorm that we have going on right now.
We had weapons. We had artillery. We had our army wasn't wussified. We were almost done with the border. That they blamed him. Did you hear that they even blamed him that he didn't? That everybody getting in there like, well, because he didn't finish the wall. Yeah. So then he was scrambling, trying to put up the last pieces. It's like, dude,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Craig. The COVID pink eye pandemic. Exactly. It's kind of funny though that my wife's brother's kid's kid. I don't know what that makes him to me. I guess I'm like his great uncle or something. But he was just sick recently, and he had like cold and flu symptoms with like major conjunctivitis, like pink eye. Was it the new pink eye pandemic?
Heather here, Craig's sister, had pink eye, and she's the first person I've heard say she had pink eye since I knew it was supposed to be a symptom of it. And they tested her; she didn't have pink eye, but she was really sick. On top of it, weren't you? But they said it wasn't.
See, I got something like that a while back. Like the last time I was sick, it was really affecting my eyes. And my eyes are still kind of screwed up. Like every once in a while, they just feel weird ever since I had that. Probably another, COVID.
Like Sandy, a long COVID thing?
Yeah, long COVID. Long. Yeah.
You got the bad one.
Yep. The new variant, exactly. It's funny watching, I've been watching all these sailing videos, cruisers, SV Delos, and all these different sailing cruisers that are sailing the world. And I've been watching a lot of videos from 2 years ago, when everybody's wearing masks. It's like, wow, really? But, a lot of, I have friends too. And I'm not saying that any of this is linked, but maybe I am. A lot of people that were vaccinated are having health problems now. And it's just weird. Like really young people. Like I know 3 different people right now that are like half my age, and they all have cancer. And I don't know. I can't help but wonder why. And having just weird things too.
Well, they've admitted that it causes that MS is linked to it, to where the World Health Organization posted it on their website that it's connected to MS. And you guys watch. Do you see how many sponsored ads WHO has on Facebook now for the measles? That's a whole other thing I'm not getting into right now, but look at Dr. Campbell's videos and look up about this World Health Organization. They are trying to become the one world say all for anything to do with health, that they can determine at any point what's a pandemic, what's a,
yeah.
This is not cool. We're going to, what is it? Digital dollar, one currency, one health organization, one, world government.
Yeah.
But WHO is not good.
No. Yeah, like as Ariana says, it's like all these kids and, track stars, football players, this and that, musicians, actors, whatever, having like strokes and heart attacks and stuff. It's not just a coincidence. Shit wasn't happening 5 or 10 years ago, but all of a sudden in the last few years, now all of a sudden in the last year or two, it's happening. What changed?
Oh, it was coffee and eggs. Didn't you read?
Coffee and eggs. Yep.
Coffee causes hypertension and egg yolks cause blood clots. Duh.
Yeah. Oh, shit. What was I thinking? I was thinking it was something completely different.
It just so happens that all happened at the same time. It's just built up this long before, people developed, I guess, an allergy to it.
I know. I mean, people have been drinking coffee and eating eggs for, more than 5 years, I think. But now all of a sudden, we're bad for you. You're all gonna die in there.
It's not gonna be a good time.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, people get cross-contaminated. I mean, after all that BS, it's come out like basically, like all the shedding with the vax people, if you're next to a person that got vaxxed, that, they shed and you get whatever from them from that. And then it came out that not even the spit droplets, but breath clouds or whatever, you can actually pass the vaccine on to another person.
Yeah.
And through sexual intercourse, a man can pass it to a female through sperm. That if he has and she doesn't, she'll end up vaccinated. So who the hell knows?
Yeah.
I'm proud of my pure blood. I don't want them to come and try to take my blood.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I don't,
I mean, no, I had the vax.
Everybody can do what they want. I mean, my brother, my nephew, Darcy's brother, they all got vaccinated. But
my sister did. She had to.
Yeah. I mean, my wife's a nurse, and they were peer pressuring her into it, but she didn't do it. And I got like one of my friends I played disc golf with, and he's just like, "What? You didn't get vaxxed? Why? What? Why wouldn't you?" I'm like, "Why would I?" Yeah, I've had COVID a couple of times. And guess what? So has he. My brother was
had a lap dance and a small French fries.
Yeah. I mean, my brother got it, and he's like, "Well, my doctor told me," because my brother's 14 years older than me, so he's in his 70s, and he's like, "Well, my doctor," and he's got heart problems and all kinds of other stuff. And he's like, "Well, my doctor told me at my age, so he got it and then got a booster. But he was talking to me not the other day. It's been a month or two ago. And he was like, "I was thinking about getting that next booster they got out. What do you think?" And I'm like, "Dude, you know what I think. I didn't get the first shot. Why the hell would I think getting a booster would be a good idea?"
And after you hear Fauci and the whole gain of function, why?
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I mean, you do you. I'm not going to judge you. But I'm just saying it's not for me,
Yeah.
But yeah, my one friend is just like, kind of like looks down on me, because I didn't get it. Like, whatever. Yeah, I've been sick. Guess what? You've been sick too, so.
Que sera, sera.
Yeah, we're all gonna die anyway. One of these days. Yeah. But yeah, I look at a lot of these people that are sailing. That if you're sailing around the world, a couple of years ago, you pretty much didn't have a choice. You come into a new country, sail into a new country, they wouldn't let you in. Unless you were vaxxed or you had, papers or whatever. And so a lot of them, I guess, felt they didn't have a choice. I don't know. Yeah, the last time I had COVID, it wasn't it was weird. The first time I had it, I thought I was going to die. Like, literally, seriously. And it was bad. And then the last time I had it, it wasn't that bad, but it screwed my whole electrical system up in my body. That's when I had the heart problems and all kinds of other weird stuff. Screwed my heart up, threw it out of. That's when I was like in AFib and it was beating like 250 beats per minute on the
And
top.
your oxygen.
Yeah.
God, that was also scary.
Yeah. So who knows? But yeah, the actual last time I had it, it was like having a cold. I had it for like a week. And I was like, I don't know. I feel kind of shitty, but it's not really that bad. But, you know, and then I took a test and I'm like, oh, yeah, I got COVID again. Like, oh, boy, this is going to suck. And it was like a week and it was done and gone. Wasn't that bad at all. So who knows? Yeah, exactly, Zariana. Yeah. I have friends that, like the last, yeah. Had a group of friends that they all had it, you know, and they were kind of giving me crap because I didn't have it. They're like, well, it's not really fair if we're all hanging out and you don't have it. I'm like, well, you have it, so you're protected, right? You're protected from people like me, right? Are you saying that you're not protected? And if you're not protected, what's the fucking use of having it?
Like, well, make sure you wear your seatbelt so if I get in a car accident, I don't fly through the windshield.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember we were all hanging out, eating dinner, and they were all giving me shit about not having it. And I'm like, hey, I don't have it. And guess what? I'm not going to get it. So you can either deal with it or you can't. If you can't, there's the door. You're not going to peer pressure me into jabbing some shit in my veins that I don't want in me.
I don't want to be a zombie, dude.
You know, something, I don't know what it is. Something, you know, just told me no. You know, I thought about it like hell when I was sick and thought I was going to die. I was like, maybe I should have got the vaccine. But
mind you, right away. Nope. Nope.
But, you know, I get a bunch of friends that have it, and I'm like, oh, you know, you do you, man. I'll do me. Don't, you know, I ain't going to judge you.
I'm not going to shame anybody.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do it. But don't give me shit because I didn't do it. So on that note, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Zariana, that's happened a bunch. I have friends that have it. Well, I have friends that they've been vaxxed, but they've had COVID. And they're still like going to work and, you know, have one friend that had it, was vaxxed, had COVID, but had no symptoms, tested positive for having COVID, but didn't really have any symptoms. Still going to work, still going, you know, and they're like, give me shit because I don't have the vax. And I'm like, but you're just walking around
with COVID.
Like hypocritically, like screwing up your whole thing that you're talking about. Yeah, whatever. Linda, I got vaccinated so I could go to a concert, then got COVID at the concert. Exactly. Yep. Exactly. I remember the first time I ever saw Fauci on TV. I was like, that guy's a little weasel. And my wife was like, no, he's cute. He's okay. He's like, I'm like, that guy is freaking evil. He's an evil little weasel.
And we knew it because My mom noticed the way Trump reacted to him at the beginning. She goes, I don't know, but the way he's acting is kind of like he knows something about. There was just something weird in the beginning too.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I had COVID, it wasn't so bad that summer.
Yeah.
It was the dry run that I think they did in 2018 that we had for like 9, 11 months.
Yeah.
That's when I thought I was going to die.
Yeah.
My lungs. That was probably when like they probably would have put me on a ventilator if what I had back then happened in 2020.
Yeah.
That's what they would have ventilated.
Yeah, I knew when I had it that bad. If I'd have gone to the hospital, yeah, they'd have put me on a ventilator or something.
Especially with your oxygen like that.
Yeah, there's no way I was going to the hospital. I'm like, if I'm gonna die, I'm just gonna die, you know. And there was a couple days that, yeah, it was bad. I had it and Darcy had it, and I was on the couch. She was in the bed, and we were both so sick we could just like. She said, I looked out the bedroom door a few times just to see if you were still breathing. Like, yeah, same thing.
I was scared. I still knew that you pushed through probably. Like, that was the first time, though, that I've ever been that actually worried towards, like, shit, this isn't looking good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad for like 3 weeks, but yeah, during that 3 to 4 week period, there was like 2 to 3 days where I was floating in the netherworld. I wasn't really here or there. I was kind of in between, just like, don't even really much remember it. I remember I took a couple of pictures of myself and I found them not too long ago. I was like, damn, that dude looked dead. Looked like he's sitting up with the dead. And
then I'd ask you, like, okay, so if you knew that you're going to get as sick as you are now, like, would you still have gotten? You're like, nope.
Nope. Yeah. Yeah, Linda, me and her are both sick, who took care of the animals. I will admit, there was a couple of days there that the dogs, they're like on their own. They didn't eat for about 2 days. If they did, it was all either one of us could do to get up and go in the kitchen and like put some food on the floor and walk away. Yeah, they were kind of up the creek there. These snakes and stuff, you know, they're good. They can go a week or 2 weeks without eating, no problem. They only eat like once every week or two. But yeah, little dogs, man, they're like, now they're spoiled. Get up early in the morning to let them go out and pee, and they're like, okay, it's time for breakfast now. Like, dude, it's 6:30 in the morning. Come on. Nope, time for breakfast. Well, anyways, we're way after 2 a.m. in the morning here for me. So I'm going to call it a night. Speaking of going to bed, get up and try to cut the grass in the morning. Just going to do it today. Too damn hot. It's in the 90s here today. That's not grass cutting weather for me. So I'm going to try it tomorrow. It's cooled down a little tonight, so maybe in the morning.
We're about to hit our heat wave finally.
Man, there's been a few days here that's just hotter than Satan's anus and an iron pan on high. It's been bad. Walk outside and it's just like you feel the hot air like hitting your lungs when you breathe in.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Hot, humid air.
Yeah. Sucks. But my pepper plants, man, they don't care. They love it. Hot.
The apple tree is like insane from like the rains we had in March. This thing has never had, the branches are getting pulled down. There's so many dang apples on it.
Wow. Are they good apples?
About 2 years ago was when they finally started getting good. So this year
Yeah.
they're probably going to be really good.
Cool.
Yeah, you got pepper. It's coming out the yin yang.
Yeah, I just picked like, I don't know, another 25 or 30 today. I got some extremely hot habaneros. At school, I got tomatoes growing. They're growing like crazy. All kinds of peppers. I got lettuce growing right over here in the house in a little, I don't know what it's called, little biohabitat thing. And it's lettuce. It was a head of romaine lettuce that, I bought at the store, chopped it off. I was like, plant it in the ground. Planted it, and it's growing like crazy.
Which part did you plant?
Just,
Did you cut?
Yeah, cut the bottom of it off and just stuck it in a cup with some water, and then I stuck it in the ground, and it's growing like a weed.
You can do that with ginger too.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to plant a bunch of ginger. My ginger ale is like hasn't really worked out. Kombucha and stuff is really good. Ginger ale tastes good, but it's not carbonating for some reason. I don't know why. Doing something wrong.
You'll
I'm
get
gonna
it.
try it again. I just bought organic ginger tonight, so I'm thinking maybe the ginger that I used is, just regular grocery store ginger that's been radiated or something. So tonight I got organic ginger. So we'll see. Speaking of that, I'm going to go in there and feed the ginger bug. Anyways, that's it. I'm out of here. We'll catch y'all next time on Weird Wednesday and probably Sunday for Paranormal Soup. I don't know who the guest star this coming Sunday. Last week was going to be Rhodey and Katrina, but they had some problems and
Bad
stormy
weather.
problems, and Jason had water in his basement. It was good because I was really exhausted Sunday night, so I know
Me too. I was only going on because Rhodey and Katrina were there.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we'll catch y'all next time, either here or there. Stay safe in the weird, bizarre world that we live in, and catch you next time. Thanks as always for being here. We love you guys. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. I hit in broadcast and the dictionary comes up. Sweet. Gotta love that.